What's up, guitar nerds? My name's Nick. I'm doing my second gear demo video. This is the Moogerfooger Ring Modulator, just like you guys have been requesting. Thank you for your patience. I'm going to show you here. I've got a clean setting here on my amp. It's a Gibson Explorer orange cab with a VHT Pitbull 100 head. Okay, that's a clean setting. Here's the distortion channel. I think for most of this I'm going to be using the clean setting. Okay, now first off we're going to show off this drive knob. The pedal is turned off, but the drive knob is always active. So you know, you can get some nice kind of tubey sounding overdrive. I'm not one of those guys that needs, you know, like 5 overdrive pedals on my pedal board, so. But I usually keep it right about there for my settings, so and it sounds good to me. So we'll turn that down. Okay. Now we'll turn this on. We've got the LFO amount turned all the way down. That turns off this side of the pedal, the LFO section. Okay, we've got the mix all the way up. On the low setting, we're going to get a tremolo. So from about right there to right here in the middle of this knob here, you already sweep the range of most tremolos. Then when you start to turn that up, it, I don't know what the correct term is, modulating on itself. Anyway, you start to get this weird tone. So, okay, here we go. We've got this turned up all the way on the low setting. When you turn this all the way down and go to high setting, it picks up where the low setting drops off at the high. Okay, let's turn that mix down here. Okay. So obviously this frequency knob really starts to trip out the higher you get on the high setting. Your string bends are dynamic. It's not like this pedal isn't as testy as the Freak Box can be sometimes. So whatever note that's going into it, it's going to detect it. In fact, I'm not really sure how that works in terms of multiple strings, but it seems to take chords pretty well. One of my favorite settings here is just above the 1K mark. You get sort of a bell tone to it. Okay. All right, so that pretty much sweeps most of this side here. Now we're gonna start to turn this up. I'm gonna go back to the low setting. I'm going to turn that down. I'm going to turn that mix back up here. Okay, right about there. Now we're going to start to turn this up. Okay. Now you can start to hear it speed up and slow down. to that square waveform there. That's a little bit more deliberate sounding. Okay. So yeah, a buddy of mine has an Empress tap tremolo, and he gets jealous when he sees that I can do that with my ring mod. So here we go. We're going to turn that to the high setting. Okay. Turn that to the sine waveform. It's a little bit more, it just kind of runs up and down like. One of my favorite settings is by turning the mix all the way up, turning the frequency all the way up, turning the rate all the way down, and turning the amount all the way up. You get something like this. I'm going to go to my distortion channel actually. I like to do harmonics. Put some delay on that. Pretty extreme, so let's go back to this clean setting. I know I'm forgetting something here. If we turn that amount down to about right there, just above the 2 on the sine wave form, I'm going to turn the rate up a little bit. We're going to turn this down, turn that back here. Right at that 2 right there on the sine waveform, you get a little bit of vibrato on the frequency, not your guitar signal, but the frequency. That's something else you can play with. I'm going to go back to the distortion channel. We're on the high setting. We're going to turn the mix down. I'm going to turn the LFO down, so this is off. And you can actually tune the frequency to a note that you're playing, sort of. So, okay, I'm in E. So that's pretty closely matched to what I'm playing here in E. Now I can start to turn the mix up. That still sounds like an E, but when we move up the neck, it's just a little trick you can work with. Okay, man, I've gotten some of this pretty quick here. Go back to the clean setting. All right. We're going to do CV out. We're going to do the envelope amount from the freak box into the frequency input in the Moogerfooger, in the ring modulator. Okay, we're going to go back to, let's turn this on. Okay, I don't need that to sound like a ray gun, so here we go. Turn that mix down on the freak box. This has to be on for the envelope amount CV out to work. So I could turn this off. That doesn't do anything. Turn that on. Now that works. Okay, we're going to turn that low again. We're going to leave this down. And now we have a sort of dynamic tremolo coming out. You can hear it start to speed up and slow down with the strength of the signal that I'm playing. Let's turn that down a little bit more. The freak box is very, very sensitive. The envelope follower in this is very sensitive. So